No trip to Scotland would be complete without a visit to a distillery. The Glen Ord Distillery was founded in 1828 in the Muir of Ord. There were local farms that could provide the barley needed to make whiskey. Local streams supplied the pure water. Glen Ord still uses the same sources today.
This area is very fertile, so we tend to use this barley from this area as much as possible. Every distillery produces a different character of whiskey.
We wanted to see how it's done. We walked over to the malting building to get a close-up look.
This is the first part of the malting process. This is a steeping process where really the barley is quite dormant, and what we're trying to do here is encourage the barley to start to grow. We immerse the barley in water, and I suppose it's telling the barley it's springtime. Hey boys, it's time to wake up.
Monks introduced distilled spirits to Scotland in the 15th century. They called their brew Whisky Beta, which is Gaelic for water of life. Eventually, whiskey became whiskey, and local Scottish farmers started to distill it in the winter.
For farmers, it was just something to do in the winter. They had nothing to do in the winter, so we make whiskey, and it kept the cold out as well, so it's traditional.
Once the barley sprouted, it's ready for the kiln. Heat halts the growth, and the smoke from peat fires adds to its flavor. After years of experience, the maltster can tell when the barley is ready. The dried barley malt is ground into flour or grist and mixed with hot water.
The water at that stage being drained out is called wort. W-O-R-T.
What do you do with the wort?
Well, that's what we make into whiskey.
But it's not ready just yet. The wort needs about 100 hours of fermentation to be transformed into alcohol. It's drinkable, but it's a little rough.
It is drinkable. I certainly wouldn't recommend it. It was colloquially called Joe, and people would drink it as Joe, a glass of Joe, the first thing in the morning to get you going.
The Joe, or the wash, is distilled twice to separate the alcohol from the water and other ingredients or faints. What remains is about 65% alcohol. Finally, it's ready to be turned into whiskey. The slow process occurs as it ages in wooden barrels for at least 12 years at Glen Ord. As the whiskey ages, some of it evaporates.
2% of the spirit will evaporate every year out of the cask. We call that the angel's share.
The only thing left was to have a taste.
Slanjava.
Slanjava.
Very nice.